Hey guys, welcome to Gardening Upbeat and I hope you are doing really very well. In today's video, we are going to see how to get leafless and flowering bougainvillea plants. There are few important things to do at the right time and I am going to explain everything. First, let me give you some more examples. You have already seen the red one. Here is one of my another bougainvillea plants which is almost leafless. Similar way, here are my Citra Bougainvilleas. No leaves at all. Everywhere only flowers. Here is another yellow bougainvillea plant. Same leafless. Also take a look at this branch. Blooming extremely well and no leaves at all. The color is just amazing, isn't it? But here is one of my another plants. It's not leafless and flower is also beatless. So how to get more flowers on our bougainvilleas and less leaves? Please follow the steps. Step number 1. Pruning. This is the most important thing. We need to prune our bougainvilleas time to time. In the growing season, which is the summer, we can do hard pruning. What is the best time to do? Well, the best time to do everything would be at the end of the flowering season. I am from tropical climate and it's around end of April to May. Here I am pruning one of my plant and trying to give it a good shape. But please avoid doing hard pruning from August as they start to bloom from September onwards. Soft pruning can be done even in August or in September, means just removing the tip of the branches. Let me give you another example. On this yellow plant, I have pruned almost all the growing tips in the month of September. Now take a look at the branches. The plant has produced more side branches and as a result, I am getting only flowers, not a single leaf on the plant. I already have a dedicated video on bougainvillea pruning and if you are interested in knowing more, please check out the video simply clicking on the I button on top right corner and I would also put the link in description box. One important note. Some plants start to bloom early. For them, please prune them in advance. For example, this one starts to bloom from September and this one from November to end. So we may have to adjust the pruning depending on the blooming cycle. Bougainvilleas usually bloom heavily from September to March, April. Only some hybrid varieties manage to bloom in summer. For example, here is one of my another plants and this footage is from August. It was blooming well considering it was rainy season, which is actually growing time. Moving to the next important step. Step number 2 and it's about fertilizing. To get leafless bougainvillea plants, we should not fertilize them too frequently or else they are going to produce more leaves instead of flower. Honestly saying, for bougainvilleas, fertilizing them 3 to 4 times a year is more than enough. Let me give you one more example. I fertilized this plant in November as the plant was looking unhealthy. I was kind of sad and thought to fertilize it. It has improved a lot, but at the same time it's also producing lots of leaves instead of flowers. Another example, all of my Citra bougainvilleas did well. Flowering is done and this is how they are looking. Totally normal and very soon I am going to feed them. Well, it's too difficult to make Citra bougainvilleas look fuller. They always produce very long branches. Very soon I am going to do a dedicated video on Citra bougainvilleas with complete updates. So what fertilizers and how much to use? Mainly I use 3 components. First one is vermicompost, second one is mustard cake powder and third one is bone meal. This is a 14-inch wider and 14-inch deeper pot. First I am going to remove the surrounding soil. Well, before that I have to remove the weeds and then I am going to remove the surrounding soil at least 3 to 4 inches. Adding 1 kg vermicompost. Mustard cake 50 grams. Mustard cake powder mainly provides the nitrogen and other micronutrients. Bone meal 50 grams. Bone meal is for phosphorus which helps in flowering. Along with them, if you like, you can also use micronutrients. I also know that these two products may not be available in your place. So please replace them with high nitrogen and phosphorus rich fertilizers. That's it. After that, cover them with the fresh potting soil mix, and in this case I am taking as 50% normal garden soil, 25% coco peat and 25% vermicompost. For the next 3 months at least, there is no need to feed them again, trust me. Step number 3. Watering. To get leafless bougainvilleas, you have to be bit ruthless. Always keep the soil on drier level. Avoid watering too frequently. You may find yellow leaves in winter, totally normal, and this footage is from December 31st. Eventually they would fall off and you are going to get flowers everywhere. Other than this, please also make sure to provide them minimum 5 to 6 hours of direct sunlight. Let's take a look at 2 more bonus tips. Bonus tip number 1. If you want leafless bougainvilleas without worrying anything, then grow the Citra bougainvillea plants. Most of the time they become leafless and only bloom. They look really amazing, aren't they? Bonus tip number 2. What about the size of the pot? Well, we can grow them in any pot and get good result. For example, here is one of my new cutting which is in 6-inch wider and 6-inch deeper pot. No leaves but not much healthy either. It's a new cutting and I need to repot it once. And here is her mother which is in 14-inch wider and 14-inch deeper pot. Personally saying, for 1+ older plant, I prefer to use minimum 14-inch wider and 14-inch deeper pot. But again, if you got a very small plant, something like this, please use smaller pot initially, like 6 to 8 inches. We can even get good result by growing them in bonsai pot as I have shared in this video. Link to the video is on the top right corner and I would also put the link in description box. Flowering actually depends on our care and it varies based on the size of the plant, pot and varieties. Did you know this means spring is the best time to grow bougainvilleas from cuttings? I have a video where I have shared 5 different easy methods to propagate bougainvilleas. In case you are interested in knowing more, please check out the next video. Hope you found the video useful, and if you did, I would truly appreciate if you give it a like, share it with your friends and subscribe to my channel if you are new to gardening upbeat. Thank you so much for watching. Take care and enjoy.